In 2008, Bomb Squad Racing head admin BSR Pocket had a vision that would forever change the face of the Saturday night Super Speedway Series at Bomb Squad Racing. The idea was to place drivers on a team through a random pick of all drivers who were signed up for each race of the 10-race series. And with that idea, the Saturday Night Team Series was born. This new Team Series concept forced drivers to become more familiar with each other's racing style and brought cooperation and team strategy to an otherwise individual racing series. With the introduction of our sponsor, Drunken Cow Jerky, in 2014, the series has taken on a new twist. Now, 5 teams represent each of the Drunken Cow Jerky flavors and has become the Saturday Night Team Series Battle of the 5 Flavors. Today, the series is still going strong with the celebration of its 300th Team Series race, logging over 37,000 laps and nearly 100,000 miles of racing. The Saturday Night Team Series is the most popular series on the Bomb Squad Racing weekly schedule.
Welcome to another Pony Express broadcast by Mark Dillon Jr. Let us start this show by bowing our heads for a quick prayer. Thank you, Lord, for another day of doing what we love. For this gathering of sim racers, and for the chance to pretend to be real race car drivers. We ask that you watch over these sim racers and their families as they gather together to enjoy the hobby of sim racing. May their spouses and children enjoy dinner, bath times, Netflix, and bedtime stories without them. May their calibration stay true, their racing rigs hold together, and their connections stay strong. May they treat each other with respect, avoid bogus black flags, and nail some green flag pit stops. May they return every night to see their friends and teammates, to click drive one more time, and to partake in the camaraderie that comes with being a part of the sim racing community. Father, we also ask that you guide and protect our veterans and their families as they make sacrifices so that we are able to spend a few hours in front of our computers trying to be like the king or the intimidator. And lastly, may we all have fun, win or lose, in your name. Amen. Now please rise and remove your hats as we join a fellow sim racer for his version of the Star Spangled Banner on guitar.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Pony Express Broadcast Network coming to you live tonight. Bomb Squad Racing. We are celebrating 300 Team Series races, 30 seasons of 10 races. But we're gonna real quick. We've got to get to this. We are riding along with looking back at BSR Magoo. His father passed away 2 years ago this weekend. And so as you can see, we've got Magoo out front. We've got a 3-wide salute behind him, and we're just going to take a lap or two of silence here to honor Magoo's father, and then we'll get right back with you. Alright, so here we are once again, Pony Express Broadcast Network, coming to you live tonight. Bomb Squad Racing, Saturday Night Team Series. These guys just wrapped up their 30th season. That's 300 team races, and so we're here tonight to celebrate that. You just saw a 3-wide salute there in honor of BSR Magoo's father, who passed away 2 years ago this weekend. Joining me in the booth tonight, though, we've got a new part-time broadcaster joining the Pony Express team. I'd say it's his debut, but he's been in the booth with me a lot. Milt, how you doing tonight?
What's up? Thanks, Mark. Pleasure to be here. Getting the broadcast. Such a great event. Tribute to their 300th team race, the premier stock car racing league on Saturday nights. And BSR Bomb Squad Racing kicks butt. And just a great honor to be here. And we're looking forward to some serious Talladega action.
Yeah, we're here at the BSR version of Talladega, which I actually did the graphics for these guys. We're going to be running 96 laps tonight, a 50% race. We've got a huge turnout tonight. In fact, we didn't even look at qualifying. We were so busy there. Surprise, surprise, BSR DJ Champ takes the pole here in this open setup Talladega. I don't think, according to Pockets, DJ Champ has never lost a pole. So we see DJ with the pole as usual, and it looks like Chevy Chase is going to be joining him on the front row tonight. Speaking of Chevy, there's Chevy in the 096. So anyways, you guys heard Milt with the invocation tonight. You heard Axel Foley, BSR Axel Foley. He is in the field tonight. He was shredding the guitar for the national anthem.
Oh yeah.
Hell of a rendition there. He does a really good job. We've got a lot of stuff going on for you tonight. You saw the WLS graphics video intro at the beginning of the show, courtesy of BSR Scar, who does all the graphics over here at Bomb Squad Racing. He put together, that was just a little history of the 9 years that this series has been running. Obviously, we want to thank BSR Pockets. The whole idea was his, and everybody, some people thought he was crazy, but here we are 9 years and 300 races later, still going strong. After tonight's just a celebration. There's no points. It's not an official race. Season 31 will start, I believe, 2 weeks from tonight, and things just keep rolling on. We hope to be back here, in another 10 seasons and do the 400th race for them. But anyways, we want to say, shout out to DrunkenCowJerky.com. They are the current sponsors of BSR. Also a shout out to the Medicine Chest Pharmacy and Gift Shop up there in White Bear Lake, Minnesota. They also have played a big part in BSR this season, putting up some funds for BSR to be able to broadcast so many races. I think BSR has bought like 20 or 30 broadcasts from me already this year. So you're going to be seeing a lot of Pony Express and a lot of BSR. And let's see, we have 2.5 minutes left in happy hour. So, those are our shout outs. We might as well see if we can, get the man himself, Pockets, in here to tell us a little bit about how this all came to be. Hey, Pockets, it's Mark and Milt in the booth. You got a copy?
Mark and Milt in the booth. I got you, brothers.
Eminem.
Well, we saw the video from BSR Scar, and everybody says this was all your idea. So tell us, 9 years ago, what led us up to this point?
Well, I can tell you, it all started. We always ran a 10-race series on Saturday night, and it was always an individual thing. We always crowned a champion and stuff like that. And anytime you get a big group together, whether it's no matter what, anytime you get a big group of people together, you get subdivisions of people, cliques, whatever you want to call it, and people kind of talk amongst themselves, or this group will hang out with that. And I started seeing that, and I thought, this is a team. This is a group just like any other group, like the Kiwanis or the Lions Club or anything like that. And I wanted to create that kind of atmosphere to where we all meshed together. And that's basically what led to this idea. Plus, I wanted to just do something different. Besides the 10-race standard, 10-race championship, crown of champion at the end. I came up with this, and it has worked fabulously because you get guys that, I'll be honest with you, back in those days, you might have a guy that didn't necessarily like another guy. I forced them into the same situation to have to work together, and it was almost like magic. By the end of 10 races, those guys were friends of calling each other on the phone, sending each other Christmas cards, and every 10 races, we mix it up. We mix the teams up, and you 9 times out of 10, you're on a different team with different people, and it just worked out fabulously to get people together, to know each other, and I think it has a lot to do with the success and the longevity of our group because everybody knows everybody. They got to know each other on a personal level due to the Saturday Night Team Series.
And real quick, happy hour's over. When does season 31 start?
We do have plans to pick teams next week. We usually take 3 weeks off. Usually the 2 weeks off just as a break, and we have fun runs. Then on the 3rd week, we pick teams. We have what I call a meet and greet race. That's where you meet your new teammates, get everybody set up on a whisper, get everybody's cars lined out. So next week we will pick teams. The following week, season 31 will kick off on our way to 400.
All right, and we definitely hope to still be around for a 400 celebration, and we'll let you get back into the room now, and good luck with your race.
All right, thanks guys. Y'all have a good broadcast.
Thanks, boss. Appreciate it.
You bet, buddy.
All right, so there you go. That was BSR Pockets, the man with the vision who, and it's been 9 years, 300 races, and still going strong. The Saturday Night Team Series here at Bomb Squad Racing, sponsored by DrunkenCowJerky.com. It's really cool how they do it now with the
drivers
the 5 teams
to your
being
car.
the 5 different flavors of jerky.
yeah, definitely makes the sponsor happy, that's for sure. Well, man, yeah, and if you ain't getting excited doing something else, I tell you what, this is going to be good. Big, huge field here. There are 30 cars, 300 laps. That's miles. That's a 50% race. That's a long ass race. So, better get yourself a cold drink, and let's get it on.
Speaking of long races, as these guys are about to roll off pit road, Milt, I think you had a shout out for a 12-hour race today, didn't you?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Didn't work out so well for my buddies in the WeatherTech E63 Mercedes-Benz in the GTD class, but their teammate is fighting for the win here with about 2 hours, less than 2 hours to go. It's nighttime now at Sebring. But my buddies Gunnar Jeanette and Cooper McNeil, Cooper's dad owns WeatherTech, they had suspension failure early on, and it was a heartbreaker. They were in 3rd place in class, and that's how racing goes. But they'll be back for Long Beach is next. In fact, my daughter lives in Long Beach, so I don't know, I might be sleeping on her floor there to go see that race. If I'm not working.
And here we go. Here's that famous number 38 from Bomb Squad Racing. That is the hot flavored drunken cow jerky, BSR Pockets. Once again, thanks to him for creating such a successful series here at BSR. And we're about to get this race underway.
Well, you know the drill, and these guys sure do. These are professional sim racers. This is a professional league. They all sit on the same channel, and no team channels, stuff like that. So a lot of concentration, but these guys are used to this, and they have fun, and they have to have fun, or they don't get the race here. That's the prime directive of the boss there, Pockets.
Alright, the lights are out on the pace car, obviously. We just one quick parade lap. We're going to get that Dodge Charger to head down pit road, and we're going to get the racing action underway. Keep in mind, before we take the green flag...
Oh, they're crashing under caution.
And a slight miscue there. We're going to... Something that happens here at BSR, as you see, these guys...
But they're going to restart here.
These guys are going to restart.
Drivers,
they don't want
to your
anybody
cars.
to start the race with damage. They try to... They want to put on a good show, you know, and if half the field is taken out on lap 1, that's not going to be a good show.
That was lap -1 there.
Yeah, yep. So yeah, keep in mind, I don't even think that counts since the pace car hadn't pulled off pit road. So keep in mind, we still may have one more restart. The rule here at Bomb Squad Racing, they try to complete the first 5 laps of the race under green flag conditions. If there is a big incident in those first 5 laps, then these guys will do one restart. I don't believe this one counts, so keep in mind, if we don't make it 5 green flag laps, we still would have one restart. Only one. We're not going to sit here and restart the race every 10 minutes. So just try to have a little bit of patience here, and we'll get this going.
Oh, the 4 car finds reverse. And there he goes. A little bit of jitters here, I think, early on, as the cameras and the bright lights are shining. This should wake him up, and I'm sure, that was explained in the driver's channel. Let's put on a good show here, so I expect you're going to see a clean and green start here this time.
And like we said, a pretty good turnout. I think we're going to have 27 cars taking the green flag here tonight.
Excellent field, excellent.
By the way, I've got to say, if I sound I know I always sound funny, but if I sound a little funnier than normal, I'm a little congested right now. I've got a sinus infection. Seems to be the new normal around here with a 1-year-old in daycare. It seems like I'm always catching something. So if I sound...
And they're crashing again behind. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're good. So there we go. We're not... I think somebody is actually having connection issues. I don't think... This isn't...
Or steering wheel problems, maybe calibration issues.
Yeah, this isn't what we normally see here at BSR. We always have great racing over here, so we're not sure.
Yeah, the 500 was... Polar Bear 500 was a good example. I ran in that race, and I was very impressed, and they will restart again. When you got this big a field, you have stuff like this happen.
To your cars.
Yeah, absolutely. And here we are, from this view, we can actually see some of the graphics here at this track. The Bomb Squad Racing signs, the Drunken Cow Jerky signs, the Drunken Cow Jerky Victory Lane. You can see, you can't quite see the infield graphics from this angle. You can see the Drunken Cow Jerky flag stand there. Just a lot of Bomb Squad Racing and Drunken Cow Jerky additions made to this track, similar to the Polar Bear version of this track that we use for the Polar Bear race, which has been scheduled for this year. I want to say it's December 17th. I'll have to take another look at that, but there will be a second annual Polar Bear 500 here at BSR, and courtesy of the Medicine Chest in White Bear Lake, Minnesota. So you can expect to see some more giant concrete Polar Bear trophies coming out this December as we honor our BSR RJ's father, Richard Sunt, who passed away last year.
One guy in the racing channel said he has no 5th gear. Well, that's good because nobody else does either. Let's hope they don't.
Well, let's see if we can make it through this parade lap here. Well, while we're under this parade lap, another shout out that I figure you would probably like to give. In the sim racing world, you also had some experiences at Sebring not too long ago, and I hear that you some of you guys actually reined in a victory.
Yes, our 002 car. We entered 3 cars, 001, 2, and 3. I was in the 003, but our 002 car with Randall Sherritt and Kenny Paul and gosh, I can't remember the rest of the drivers, but they.
There was Larry was in that car, right?
Yeah, Larry Krupp. I'm sorry, Larry G, and they pulled off the victory. Fantastic run, and especially Randall Sherritt is a hired gun. He's a stud. He was running world-class laps as he was getting chased down by one of the fastest guys on iRacing, Kyle Burney. But he held it together and brought the car home. But Kenny Paul, I'll tell you what, a couple years ago he was, he is our sponsor, Beeline Sim, and he rocketed up fast times. I mean, he was basically running same kind of times I was, and I've got a lot of experience. And between the 3 of them, they ran a virtually flawless race and got the victory.
All right, well, definitely congrats to you and
our first big win, yeah.
You and the rest of the FSB Endurance team for all your success over there. And here we go. We've made it through the parade lap. The pace car is down pit road, and now we will attempt to make 5 green flag laps and call this race official. BSR DJ Champ in the 91 and 096 of Chevy Chase lead us to the green flag.
Pull them belts one more time. Buggity, buggity, buggity.
And here we go through turn 1 and 2. DJ and Chevy side by side. DJ doesn't really have any help there on the low side as John Forgione there in the 95s. Now he's catching up to him. I believe in this version of Talladega, the High Line is the place to be, as we see Chevy now getting a big push from BSR Quack, and we'll see who leads this first lap.
DNS for Randy Claflin, computer problems. That was probably what was contributing to those problems early on those parade laps, and so he doesn't get to start the race. A huge disappointment for Randy, but he'll be watching the broadcast.
There we go, right at the line. DJ makes a charge, but it looks like Chevy does lead lap number 1, and now DJ shoots out to the lead with help from John Forgione.
Looks like they're piling on that outside line right now.
They're trying. It's going to take a bunch of them to team up and get by DJ in that 91 car. He is just a master at these open setups. We've got the 56 of Joba down there helping push DJ and John.
Little bit of gap in the 20th position area there, with that inside line being kind of pitched down and away from the other cars on the inside line, as that whole pack needs to get to going here, or as they side draft and come back on. So it looks like they're okay. They're still within that 1.5 second gap, but better keep it forward here.
And I do have to correct myself. Even with one car failing to start the race, we still have 29 cars who took the green flag. So we should have had 30 tonight, but we do have 29. Great turnout. We nearly had one car for every season that these guys have run. 30 seasons, 300 races, and we all come together to celebrate that success tonight.
That's a huge accomplishment, being from a league that's been around that long. There's probably less than a handful of leagues that can say that.
And here we go. DJ now has moved up to the high line. Him and John Forgione have gotten in front of Chevy, still leading this race.
3 wide.
We see the 4 hung out in the middle there.
Oh, he's in the sucker hole.
Here comes the 56 of Joba leading that low line now with Carson Krenz and the 77 of BSR Fox pushing. We are nearing in on that 5-lap marker, which will make this race official, as we are 3 wide.
A little bit of strategy, I think, here in the back with some of these studs. BSR Brain Fade and BSR Jimmy Dale and Nelly. Obviously, oh boy, and of course they almost got into each other there. I think they're just trying to ride in the back here and see if they can miss the big one for later. Purposely, I think, qualifying towards the back.
And here we go, that high line really working good now as the 4 is able to fall in line in front of Chevy Chase and get out of that sucker hole in the middle. Joba still leading the low line, but just it's not the place to be right now.
18 laps. Well, actually, this is 1X here, so probably can go 32 to 36 laps on a tank.
By the way, we have completed 5 laps. This race is official. You will not see us restart again. We will keep going no matter what happens now. We see Joba drop down to the low line, perhaps trying to get to the back and just ride around.
Yeah, the great thing about this league is they run open setups, but they do share them with each other. So it's not the haves and have-nots, but what that gives them is the ability to adjust their tape under pit stops, and you'll see that towards the end of this race. Right now they're probably running 60 tape, which is still a little hotter than you would say a stock fixed setup, and they'll go to 65, 70, or even 75 when they're feeling lucky at the end of the race. Oh, they're dodging and diving back there. Boy, they're really getting jiggy in the back here. Some guys want to go and some don't. But then again, they're thinking, well, maybe I don't want to get left behind. 141 doing a little rim riding on that inside there.
And as you can see, as we zoom out a little bit, the first 10 cars are pretty much single file up on that high line. As now you see BSR Fox trying to reestablish that low line, but nobody going with him.
Look at the speeds, man, with these open setups and this draft and this mod, which is not as fast as like the Cup car mod. 199 at the end of the straightaway. That's hauling the mail, folks.
DJ, it's still your race leader, ECT Diesel in second place, BSR Quack third, Chevy fourth, Chris V in fifth. No real changes going on. As you can see, the top 10, 15, everybody just right now content to ride single file on that high line. You got to go back quite a ways here to see some too wide racing. Go back to, let's see, we're back here in about 11th place where Bama and ECT Spoiler, these guys are still running too wide back here. A lot of ECT guys in the house tonight. Spoiler in that 41, he's co-owner of ECT, and then a lot of other ECT drivers out there supporting BSR tonight.
That's such a cool thing that they inter-league race together on a regular basis when they're not running straight league stuff. I think this is really neat. It's the camaraderie that you should have in sim racing.
Yeah, it's really cool to see leagues come together and put on these big shows, 30 car fields. That's it's not just for the viewers, but even us in the booth. It's more entertaining the more cars that are out there.
And this is just what you want to do. This is what I would be. I would not really care where I was at right now. It's all about staying clean and just staying on the draft. And then when getting to a green flag stop and then executing that. Track position, keeping your car clean, and of course, if you're up towards the front, then you kind of want to stay there because that is the safest place.
Looks like the other co-owner of ECT is actually watching the show right now. Pete Sindone wasn't able to make it to the race tonight, but perhaps next time. And we've got a car around on the backstretch.
Oh, just went for a ride there.
That's the 141, Joe Simpson. He's no
relation to Homer, and it stays green. It keeps going.
It does stay green. He is still going. As always, we always give a shout out to the 141 of Joe Simpson.
Oh, he's got a flat tire, definitely. He's got a tire down.
He's active duty Navy, so we definitely want to thank Joe for his service.
Yes, sir.
Getting back up to the field, it looks like Joe is able to limp around and will hit pit road. And
speed now, son. You gotta don't add insult to injury. He's probably going to go at least a lap down here with might as well get 4 here. Get some fuel.
Back up front, we've got BSR Chris
He's going to lose a lap anyway, and he is getting 4 tires.
ECT Spoiler, BSR Texan, the 343 of Bubba. These guys have formed up the low line up front, and they're trying to push Chris V to the lead.
Now this league does run the lucky dog, so that is definitely, and he is gone. Joe Simpson has disappeared, and he has retired from the race, which is a shame because he could have got that lucky dog back, but obviously wasn't feeling it.
And we'll see Joe again Tuesday night. I'll be broadcasting over at RTG in the Joe Simpson Racing Speed Freak series for the Navy SEALs 200 Tuesday night. So we'll have a chance to talk to Joe later in the week. And here we go.
My dad was in the Navy. Very proud of that. Of course, he was on a destroyer and threw up for 4 years, but about 135 pounds when he got out of the Navy before he could eat again.
And there we go. I think Chris V might have led that lap. It was very close at the line. Yes, Chris V did lead that lap. The low line coming on strong now.
Oh, boy. 4-car BSR Quackenbush. Right up on that Richard Petty line there. I didn't think he spooked himself. No, he gets down low, and nice move to get in there. Boy, that's hard, folks. I mean, you got spotters, but these guys are so close together, and there's not that much vision.
All right, so we're about halfway through a fuel run. You see BSR Chris V is your race leader. We're going to go ahead and get our first word from a sponsor tonight. We're going to go ahead and roll the Drunken Cow Jerky commercial for you. Be sure to check them out at drunkencowjerky.com. And we hope you enjoy this commercial courtesy of BSR Scar and BSR Beezer.
Made with the freshest ingredients from local growers, it's Heyman's Drunken Cow Jerky, delivering 5 flavors of whiskey soaked steak jerky made in the heart of Dallas, Texas. Choose from original, which is with a dusting of coarse black pepper, or hot, for that Mexican food hot flavor. Teriyaki, an original twist with a hint of sweet. And for those who have an adventuresome palate, try Ghost Pepper. Made with the Indian Bhut Julakia pepper, this is the hottest Drunken Cow Jerky available. Can't forget about beer bacon, where we hold the whiskey and soak it in Shiner Bock beer and add fresh cooked crumbled bacon. Go to drunkencowjerky.com and place your order today.
So there you have it. Drunkencowjerky.com. I've had it. I strongly suggest it. And we're back just in time as we are under caution for the first time tonight on lap number 16. Not sure what happened. I didn't see anything, Milt. Did you see it?
No. Taking a look back. Looks like ECT Bama just getting going. Take a look. He might have been involved in that. The Raid #2 car. Feels Bugs dead, and oh yeah, here we go. Looks like he just got on the apron a little bit and overcorrected and lost it right in front of pit on the back straight and hard into the inside wall, actually right before pit road. And the flagman adds insult to injury by telling him you can't. This is a closed pit, and he's got flat tires and some significant driver's side damage.
All right, so under caution for the first time tonight here on lap number 17, we're gonna see if we can speak with none other than BSR Axel Foley with the crazy chops on the national anthem. We're gonna see if we can get a word from him.
Why did they say we weren't on the lead lap? That's bullshit.
Hey,
we're live.
Oh, it's all good. Axel Foley, this is Mark and Milton in the booth. You got a copy?
What's that?
You're in the booth. Can you hear us?
How you doing, guys?
What's up, Axel?
We just obviously you played the national anthem for us tonight, so we wanted to get a word from you here under the first caution.
I appreciate you guys having me on and listening to me jam out a little bit.
But we understand that you're actually a music teacher. Is that correct?
I do. I teach. I play. I was in a band for 10 years. Anything music, recording studio, writing, well, everything.
Well, you sure scorched that national anthem, that's for sure, bro.
I really appreciate it. I appreciate you playing it out for everybody there, and hope everyone enjoyed it.
And so let us ask you, who are your biggest musical influences?
Well, I'm a big Stevie Ray fan. Grew up on Zeppelin and Hendrix and Zakk Wylde, Randy Rhoads, Van Halen. Anyone with a guitar, really. I'm into all kinds of music, but those are the guys that really got me into good tone and playing and my good chops and all that kind of stuff.
All right, and on the racing side of things, how's your car out there tonight?
The car is not too bad. This little Mustang, 066 Mustang's running okay. It can use a little help in the straightaways, but a little drunken cow jerky will certainly keep it up front, I hope, towards the end.
All right, well, we appreciate you showing up for the race tonight and laying down the national anthem for us to use in the shows, and we wish you the best of luck with the rest of your race tonight.
I appreciate it, guys. I hope you have a good time up there. Thanks for having me on, and yeah, have a good race. Enjoy the show.
Right on. Knock him dead. Break a leg.
Thanks, brother.
Second round of pit stops there. Two-tire change for Joba, and he's off in that 56 car. The Harley-Davidson Cycles car.
So that was BSR Axel Foley joining us in the booth for a quick word there. He is, if you caught the beginning of the show, he was the one on guitar playing the national anthem. And it looks like right now he's out there riding.
He shredded that too, boy.
Right now he's out there riding around in P9.
4-car going slow. Could be a end of longest line, and yes, there is. It's an E-hole for the 4-car. E-hole. E-hole makes you like E-hole or BSR quack and bush. Duck season, rabbit season, fire!
So, Mel, do you still have an eye on the 12 hours of Sebring?
Yeah, I got it running. It's commercial right now. My buddy's teammates in the 33 car really got a chance to win their division, as it's getting it's getting to about an hour and a half away. The Cadillacs are leading the prototype division as per usual. There'll be a battle there, especially with caution flags.
There hasn't been any bad weather in Florida today?
No, it's beautiful there. Just like fixed fast weather, 70s and clear. So it's nighttime there now, so that changes things a little bit. Lots of debris on the track, rubber. Which is, running the iRacing race, I think they kind of overdid it with that odd a little bit with the rubber. I mean, it was like going through ping pong balls the entire race.
Oh yeah, not just the rubber, but the sand and the gravel too. It was crazy.
It was insane, man.
It's cool that they're able to do that stuff and make it as realistic as possible, but perhaps a little overboard on that track anyways.
Well, my brothers with that WeatherTech team, their team car with Lika Mullen and man, I'm so terrible with names. That is a stud lineup, and that car is run flawlessly both here and Daytona. I think they got P3 or 4 at Daytona, and but my buddy's car in the 50, they've just been a shit magnet, really. So Corvette's trying to keep up with the Fords, but those Fords and GTLM are just brutally fast.
Now the Ford GT won Daytona, right?
Absolutely, yeah, and they're on pace to win this one too. Porsche has moved in. They kind of took it easy to begin saving their cars, and we'll see how it pans out.
Well, we say
my dad was 15 minutes away from winning that race. He never talked about it, so I heard it from Kevin Jeanette, Gunner's dad. As all the cars come back in the top off here, they're definitely thinking about fuel.
Well, and we say that the Ford GT obviously won the overall at Daytona, but there were other winners. It is a multi-class race. Of course, Jeff Gordon in the Corvette, they won their class.
Yeah, and that was the overall. So and the GTLM was the Ford, and then GTD was I think it was one of the Lamborghinis it's quite amazing. I mean, 4 classes of cars out there, crazy.
And here we go. The lights are out on the pace car. We are going to get this race back underway, under caution for the first time here tonight. Looks like BSR Bama had a little bit of trouble, clipped the apron. BSR DJ Champ is being scored as your race leader. He is elected to restart this race on the inside line. BSR Chris V, one of only 3 cars we've seen lead this race, he is going to be starting on the outside.
A couple of my FSB buddies kind of multitasking and watching this race and Sebring at the same time. Just want to say what's up to them. Ken Saska, definitely multitasking and catching this race also. So
Ken's down there in Florida. He should have just went to the race.
He wanted to, I told him I would take the FSB Learjet and fly over there, and that he would bring a ice chest full of beer, but somehow it didn't happen.
And here we go. That Dodge Charger pace car pulls off, heads down pit road. BSR DJ and BSR Chris V are going to lead us back to green flag racing here on lap number 22. You've got
Not even a quarter of a way.
You got Tex in there, row 2 low line, ECT spoiler, row 2 high side. And here we go, side by side off into turn 1. DJ starts to pull ahead. Here comes Texan in the 201. Man, I tell you what, we screwed up and we didn't make our picks to win the race before this race started. But had we made our picks, the 201 probably would have been my pick, because he is just, the 201 wins a lot of races over here at BSR.
Yeah, I would have to go with the boss man. I'd have to go with Pockets.
Pockets did, he won a race over at ECT a couple days ago. I know that much. So he's definitely not slowing down in his old age.
Well, I think, he kind of he's taking it easy right now, just riding around and, looking for, like he did in the 500, and then he was up towards the front at the end. So, that's what I would try to do. I mean, these guys are so fast. A lot of times you have to play the hand you're dealt. When you got these studs that are out there up front, you gotta run it your best strategy, And I think for Pockets is just kind of chill a little bit,
And here we go. DJ jumped up into that high line, but here comes the 201. BSR Texan, otherwise known as Killa, being pushed by ECT spoiler. And like I said, the 201, he is just a racing.
Whoa, boy!
Racing master. The 201 can get it done in any mod, any track, including road courses. He's just, the 201 is somebody who can come out and win any night of the week.
Yeah, and he showed me that when we played around after the 500 and did little middle highway action. Put a whooping on me. Of course, I kept starting in the back, and it did end up me and him a couple times in the short little races. But man, it was a kick in the ass. What fun that was!
And now Killa and Spoiler move up in front of that high line, and here comes ECT Diesel on the low line in that 95 car. He's a grill master from what I hear. I see him in Pockets always talking about grilling. So if you ever have any questions about how to cook your meat, get with John Forgione in that 95 car over at ECT. And now we see ECT Spoiler jump down there on that low line to perhaps link up with a quote-unquote teammate. We see the 83 car there. That is BSR Scar from WLS Graphics. He does all of the graphics work for Bomb Squad Racing, including that lovely bottom banner that you see on your screen right now.
Barbecue, me and you. He was a French fried Cajun named Delacroix.
So
I don't know where that came from, but
that low line's starting to pull ahead now. It looks like ECT Spoiler might lead his first lap of the race tonight, and he will. It's always kind of a friendly rivalry when these guys get together for these big races between BSR and ECT on who can come into whose house and pull off the victory. I've seen BSR go over there and pull out wins. I've seen ECT come over here and steal wins. So it'll be interesting to see who can, as we're celebrating 300 races for BSR. Can a BSR driver make it to victory lane?
Yeah, both leagues, long time and professional, stud-filled leagues.
Yeah, absolutely. ECT. Be sure to check those guys out as well. That's over at ectsimracing.com. And now here you go. The low line led a huge charge. Doing really well right now. We see the 4-car BSR Quack jump up high in front of Killa. Here comes Chris V and DJ now moving back to that low line. Still 28 cars in this race, in this lead pack. We've only lost one car tonight. That was the 141 of Joe Simpson. Things pretty calm right now, so we're going to go ahead and run our second sponsorship commercial tonight. This one will be from the Medicine Chest Pharmacy and Gift Shop up there in White Bear Lake, Minnesota. And we will be right back after a word from our sponsor.
For over 80 years, Medicine Chest Pharmacy and Camera has been the longest operating independent pharmacy in White Bear Lake, Minnesota. It offers a full-service pharmacy, gift shop, and camera store. Medicine Chest is known for its customer service and priding itself on the careful delivery and explanation of prescription drugs to its customers. Located inside is Sun Color Photo, a professional photo processing center offering digital prints, photo enlargements, photo restoration, video and DVD transfer, and much more. Also located inside is the Polar Bear Store, White Bear Lake's only source for concrete polar bears. The Polar Bear Store has concrete polar bear statues from 6 pounds to over 600 pounds. The gift shop also offers a full line of Hallmark cards as well as other Hallmark merchandise and products.
And we're back. That was a quick word about the Medicine Chest Pharmacy and Gift Shops up there in White Bear Lake, Minnesota. BSR RJ Rusty is now the owner of that shop, since his father Richard Sunt passed away last year. You might have caught us in December for the first annual Polar Bear 500 to celebrate his father. And this December, at the end of this year, we will be running the second annual Polar Bear 500, and I'm sure there will be some more of those awesome concrete polar bear trophies on the line. I know I got one of those polar bear statues for my son, and I know everybody got a really cool T-shirt too. I know Milt got one of those.
They're
T-shirts.
so cute, the little polar bears. So, and yeah, I got my Polar Bear 500 shirt. Proudly displayed that on Facebook.
And we see ECT Spoilers still leading this race on that high line. ECT Diesel pushing, BSR Scar and BSR Chris up there. BSR DJ and Killa still trying to make that low line work. Now BSR Chris V looking low.
Make no mistake, this is mellow right now. We're not saying that much. Let me tell you, this is going to ratchet up as we get closer. Right now, this is the time to kind of ride, you know, and you don't want it to be eventful. What you want is just survive, and then we start getting pit stops here and stuff. Things are going to ratchet up. We're going to get excited real quick.
So far, been a great race. 28 cars, 32 laps into this race at Talladega. We've only had one caution, so a lot of patience and talent and great racing going on out there.
Yeah, folks, this ain't easy, you know. This ain't a drive in the park. This is a drive in the park at 199 miles an hour, inches away from your best friend, hoping you don't kill him, you know.
And here we go. If anybody can make that low line work tonight, it really seems like it's going to be BSR Chris V, as he is pulled ahead of Spoiler now and looking to regain this race lead.
Hawkins just seems to be content with laying back on that bottom line and not pushing the issue on the bottom and running close. He seems like he's running a defensive race right now, and just content with, he's purposely keeping that space in between the pack there. And that's not a bad idea. Just as I say that, excuse me, thank you, Budweiser, he starts to close that gap a little bit.
And BSR Chris V has now regained the race lead from the low line.
Seems like the 15 of Carson Krantz is starting to feel it a little bit. He was riding back a little bit too, and now he's starting to push and be on that bottom line. And in this scenario, that's where I want to be. Of course, we're a ways away still from green flag stops. Of course, I don't remember when we pitted. I didn't write that down, which I'm supposed to.
We went green on lap 22, so we're 12 laps into this run.
Okay, so we're still about halfway through a run, but with the bunching like this, not yet, but later on you're going to start to see some, shucking and jiving.
So talking about racing, Milt, did you catch the fight between Kyle Busch and Joey Logano last week?
Oh man, I've been in better fist fights than that, but I did see Kyle connected with a right there. I gotta hand it to him for a couple of little skinny guys. At least they ain't afraid. But I don't know what the hell he was fighting about. Everybody's got an opinion. I posted that video on Facebook, and about 100 of my sim racing friends and other friends all had an opinion both ways. But I think Joey just got on the apron and lost it. I don't think he was purposely trying to wreck him. And I think Kyle kind of showed. I mean, my buddy Bubba Razor, Bubba, he was posting pictures of Pee Wee Herman and stuff, and there's haters on both sides there, and other guys were completely the opposite, like Matt Watkins, the great sim racer Matt Watkins, where he thought that Kyle was totally in the right, and he'd have punched him too.
We got the 060,
he got pit stop.
The 066 pulls off and heads down pit road.
That's mystifying.
The 710 of Manny Diaz is about to go a second lap down. Not sure
what happened.
A couple
guys pitting here. You sure? Is this 1X or 2X?
I believe it should be 2X. So we should be
looking.
2X.
Then we should be looking at stops here.
Yeah, 18 to 20 lap window.
Yes, sir. Okay, we got stops here. Now it gets interesting. This separates the men from the boys. You got to execute. You got to go from 199 miles an hour down to 55. You got to pick markers on the track. Talladega, I tend to like to use buildings on the left-hand side.
Race leader number 10, BSR Chris V, heads down pit road. Looks like he gets in cleanly. Somebody's in the infield grass. So, a couple cars going through the infield grass.
This is why you want to top off and try to stay out long and hope the caution comes out, and it gives you a huge advantage. But these guys are going to have to pit too. Looking at the scanner, ECR 41 is pitting. Quack is pitting. Well, when you got 29 cars and you're all pitting like this, it gets hard to see who's who and who's what. You got to be mindful of who's around you, where you qualify.
Quack and Momo get together. They're able to gather it back up and hopefully still head down pit road here.
And here comes another gaggle. A hard lick by Brian Voiles into the wall. That was
and back up onto the track.
And back up onto the track. That car is severely damaged.
The
The rear end
68,
just locked up on him big time.
the 68 is done and gone and out of the race. We will have to check with the infield care center and see if
Yeah,
Brian
make sure he's
Boyles is okay.
Huge gaggle. You got to know where you're stopped and try. Oh, when we got the 201, had to wait. Great job by him to wait for a car to pull out. Like I said, this is when things can go horribly wrong for you, or you can gain track position. And want to get back with buddies when you get back on the track.
And we do stay green, even though that 68 car, Brian Boyles, went back up on the track. There was no traffic, so the caution never came out.
No cars stopping. Speak to me, son. Are you okay? Of course, that's one of my sayings, you know, but actually most of these guys are just as old as I am, so. Great stop for the 91 of BSR DJ Champ and the 4 and the 49. Quack and Brain Fade. Definitely, Brain Fade has improved his situation. Let's see how this comes out at the line here.
All right. So
and the 4's got to go back in. That's a pit penalty, speeding, which we've seen the real 4, Kevin Harvick, do that a lot. That is transferred here. That's horrible that's going to probably put him a lap down. Absolute chaos, which is what the fans want to see. Get some.
And here we go.
Fix this thing up a little bit.
We've got cars getting up to speed. We've got cars coming off of pit road. And we'll see how everybody lines back up here.
Pockets looks good. He's in that group there, right there, but he needs to get on that draft. As they're already hooked up and going, he may fall back a little bit, but the 56 is definitely Joba is definitely trying to do that too. These guys are going to have to get back together and get to going here. It looks like that second pack is working pretty good together already. So they should be able to suck it back up there. But there's some comers and goers and winners and losers in that deal. Still no word from the in-care center of Brian Boyles. We hope for the best. Good thing it's not real, because he might be legless.
And here we go. It looks like the 54 car. BSR Momo is your race leader after this first round of green flag pit stops. We are 41 laps into this race at Talladega. 50% race. Started with 29 cars. We still have 26 on the track, and we've only had one caution as we're almost halfway through this race. It's a tremendous amount of skill and talent here in this field.
And it shows you how hard it is to pit. These guys do this every day, almost every day, every week, for 9 years. These are the best in the world, and it's still that hard. I know when I practice for these races at FSB, I don't spend a lot of time driving around the track. It's one lap and pit, one lap and pit. It's everything is about pit stops.
Hey, Brian Boyles, you're in the booth with Mark and Milt. You got a copy?
Are you okay, man?
Yeah, go ahead, boy.
Hey, we just wanted to get a word from you after getting checked out in the infield care center. We wanted to see if you're all right.
Oh, yeah, we're all right. We was all going in the pit there and just got a little tap right before pit road and kind of turned me around and tore it up.
All right,
well, that was a hard leg.
Yeah,
glad you're okay, man.
We hate to see your race end early, but we're glad you're okay. And on another note, we wanted to give you a shout out because you're not only are you putting on 10 broadcast races here at BSR this year, but you're also going to be putting on the second annual Hangover 200 on January 1st, 2018.
Yeah, we're pretty excited about that, getting involved here and trying to get some more shows going and things. My wife, she really enjoys this, and she's the one that paying for all of it. So, I got to give a shout to the boss lady.
God bless her. What's her name? We'll give her a shout out.
Yeah, it's Kathy.
Kathy, we love you.
All right, so there you have it. Brian Voiles, Kathy Voiles, Voiles Trucking. His night comes to an end early tonight, but he will be sponsoring 10 of these broadcast races this season, as well as look for January 1st, 2018 for the second annual Hangover 200. No matter how drunk you are on New Year's Day, be sure to head over here to BSR Racing and get you some of that Hangover 200 race.
If you just got to lean over and blow, make sure you got a bucket in case you got to either pee or throw up, one of the two.
But thanks again, Brian, and also as a veteran, thank you for your service.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I appreciate it, guys. Appreciate y'all doing such a great job getting this out here.
Thank you. Voiles Trucking there, definitely. My dad loved driving truck. That's a tough business, boy. You gotta be able to drive a big rig. That's for sure.
All right, so we're about to the halfway point of this race. BSR Momo in that 54 default paint scheme. I know Pockets is gonna get in his ass for having that default paint scheme,
absolutely,
especially since he's out there leading a TV race. But anyways, here comes Magoo on the low line. Haven't seen him. Good to see him up there. We saw him for the 3 wide salute in honor of his father passing. But anyways, we are closing in on the halfway point. As you know, halfway point, Pony Express Broadcast Network. We always do a salute to the veterans. We got a special salute tonight featuring Five Finger Death Punch, Bad Company. I want to give a shout out to my last platoon sergeant before I got out of the Army, Staff Sergeant Casper. He's actually in this music video shooting a 50 cal, and he was one of the most badass platoon sergeants I ever had. So we're going to go ahead and roll this, and thanks to all of the veterans out there.
Yep.
Company, always on the run. Destiny, oh, it's the rising sun. I was born a shotgun in my hands, behind the gun, I'll make my final stand. Yeah, and that's why they call me Bad Company. I can't deny bad company. Till the day I die. Until the day I die. Until the day I die. Rebel souls, deserters we've been called. Chose a gun and threw away That's why they call me bad company. I won't deny. Bad company till the day I die. Until 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 the day I die.
And we are back.
Wow.
Badass
That is a
Veterans Tribute
badass,
tonight.
Awesome video.
BSR DJ Champ in the 91, now your race leader on that
Man.
low line, being pushed by Magoo and Momo.
Oh, that took my breath away, man. I was all into that, boy.
Man, I can't tell you the camaraderie. Sometimes I really miss Iraq as much as I at the time didn't want to be over there. Sometimes I really miss the camaraderie that me and my fellow soldiers had over there.
Unbelievable. Thanks for your service, man.
We spoke to Brian Voiles. He's a veteran. Obviously, we thank him for his service. We've got some other cars in the field out here who are veterans. We thank them for their service.
We got pit stops, too. Got the 710 of Manny D. Pitting
and Manny Diaz,
Willits.
I believe Manny Diaz is on about a 4-lap different fuel
Willits.
strategy than the rest of the field. Kyle Willits, new driver over here at, well, not at BSR and ECT. He's been running in both places. Hasn't driven, hasn't sim raced in about 10 years and just recently returned.
4 tires for him. A little mystified by that. I would take 2 with this fuel situation.
And here we go, 40 laps remaining. These guys probably trying, if they can make it 2 more laps here, then they'll only need 1 more stop to the end.
26 minutes left at Sebring, and my buddy's teammates are in the lead. That's, obviously broadcasting here, but I got one eye on that, definitely. Love to see Raleigh Motorsports get their first win here. Oh, boy, Kyle gets a little jiggy coming out of the pits there, and that's a scary moment, but he gets going there. He had to get out of it. Gonna lose some time there, and he's gonna go laps down. Late racing is brutal, and there's no forgiveness.
There's Kyle trying to get back on pit road as we see BSR.
And we got more cars looking to pit.
BSR Chris V heading down pit road. DJ Champ still your race leader.
We've seen these leader cars, which was to their advantage, pitting later and avoiding the melee, but they've got a whole new spider web of guys around them. How about the run from the 56 car from virtually last place? BSR Joba, SS Joba is definitely that beautiful paint job with those spinning wheels there. He's got like some spree wells on that thing or something there. Old school. Harley Davidson is in the house.
Here we go.
Oh, we got smoke. We got smoke everywhere.
Oh, we got a car in the infield grass.
And that's the 15 of Carson Krantz. What's he gonna do? He's stuck in the grass. He's got to get going. He's not sure if he wants to go to pit road or he's got a tire down, which is making it hard. He's not sure. Is he gonna disconnect? No, he gets a tow back to the pits. That's a huge disappointment for the 15 of Carson Krantz.
We've got about a 10-car lead pack right now. We expect most of these guys to head down pit road this lap.
And this is when you can separate right here against these pro drivers. Execute. Here we come. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Nail it. A lot of times I like to brake a little early and then lift and brake again instead of challenging that brake zone too hard and having to lock them up. I'd rather brake a little bit earlier and then lift and let it roll and then hit it again, because then you can really nail the brakes. A little trick I learned getting my ass whipped over and over again by Rick Johnson and Matt Watkins. I finally was able to get a couple wins against them guys, because I would always just try to get so excited I'd be there with them and try to just challenge that brake zone, and once you get them locked up, you're in shit creek, man.
And here we go, race leader BSR Nelly, the last car to head down the pit road.
Magoo? Come on, son.
Nelly, you went an extra lap there.
Yeah, if you do that by yourself, that can hurt you, because you're going to lose a lot of time. All these other guys are getting draft buddies, and Magoo and Nova have really nailed that stop, and they're stuck up together and teammates on a roll here. Let's get some. That's what you got to do to win these races. Thing is, there's 2 against 15 behind them, so they're going to catch them, but that's still great execution, and they should be able to keep their track position. They'll defend low once that pack starts to catch them. Starting to get exciting, folks.
And here we go. We have just completed our second consecutive round of green flag pit stops. We're 60 laps into this Talladega race, and we've only seen 1 caution. And this ain't no little field. We started with 29 cars. We've still got 25 cars in this race. 22 of them, 19 of them on the lead lap.
That second pack's gonna gobble them up.
Oh no, we saw Nelly heading back down pit road.
Yeah, Nelly back down pit road. That must be a black flag situation. Boy, his stop looked good, but I did not see what speed he was running. Could have got a BF on the entry or exit.
Meanwhile, here's a familiar view. We saw this during the 3-wide salute earlier. This is BSR Magoo leading the race. We saw him lead the 3-wide salute to his father, who passed away 2 years ago, and now here we are after 2 rounds of green flag pit stops, and he's up here leading this race with his good buddy Joba pushing him.
In that pack, you're feeling good.
So 30.
Even if you're in the back like Wings there, he's just sitting on a sack of seeds going, I'm right here. This is the money group right here. Unless they get a caution.
34 laps to go.
I'm not smelling caution here. I'm smelling green flag.
33 laps to go. We've got 11 cars in this lead pack, and we're going to go ahead and run the Drunken Cow Jerky commercial for you one more time.
Made with the freshest ingredients from local growers, it's Heyman's Drunken Cow Jerky, delivering 5 flavors of whiskey soaked steak jerky made in the heart of Dallas, Texas. Choose from original, which is with a dusting of coarse black pepper, or hot, for that Mexican food hot flavor. Teriyaki, an original twist with a hint of sweet. And for those who have an adventuresome palate, try Ghost Pepper. Made with the Indian Bhut Julakia pepper, this is the hottest Drunken Cow Jerky available. Can't forget about beer bacon, where we hold the whiskey and soak it in Shiner Bock beer and add fresh cooked crumbled bacon. Go to drunkencowjerky.com and place your order today.
And we're back. That's drunkencowjerky.com. Be sure to head over there and make an order. And don't look now. BSR Pockets, the man responsible for 300 team races, has just gone a lap down.
You know, he needs a caution. He needs that lucky dog. He's at the lead of that, so he can't give up right now. Got to keep fighting.
Meanwhile, ECT Diesel still up there leading this race. Momo second, ECT Spoiler third, and BSR Scar running up there in P4. Pockets is actually probably glad to finally see this lead pack. He's been running about 40 seconds back. Now that he can see this lead pack and he's in this lead pack, I would rather be in this lead pack a lap down, knowing that I'm about to get the lucky dog, than just riding around 40 seconds behind.
Yeah, plus, if he gets a chance and stays up front there, he could earn it the old-fashioned way, The caution comes out.
And I can tell you this, with 30 laps to go, we did just finish green flag pit stops not too long ago. All of these cars will pit one more time.
Again, yep.
So we were hoping for our third consecutive round of green flag pit stops. And with green flag pit stops, you could always see a caution. Here comes Momo looking on the low side, Pockets pushing, Pockets, Magoo, and Killa. Got the BSR guys on the low side, the ECT guys on the high side.
Gotta figure they would start to team up.
Yeah, with less than 30 to go, even though everybody's got to stop one more time, it's getting to be time to start jockeying for position.
This is a race you want to win real bad, and there's no points implications. Gonna be willing to take some chances, but it still is about execution. And either comers and goers, they got one more stop, and you can't try to overdo it. You just gotta do it just right. Easier said than done.
We want to give a shout out to Brian, owner of Race LM Servers, for providing the servers here at BSR and ECT. FSB as well, RTG. A lot of the biggest and best in sim racing rely on RLM servers for their sim racing needs.
Yeah, we do.
I'd have to say FSB is probably the biggest customer with 4 servers over there.
Yeah, we got GTP tomorrow morning. I did some practice at Sebring for that. But the GTP series is really kind of fading. We don't get enough car counts this year. It could be the end of that and that server. I don't know. We'll see. I'm the admin of that series, and I'm leading the points. But we just need more cars. We need people to show up and take a chance at GTP. And it's difficult, and it's difficult to install, and
that's tough because it's really a lot of fun. I know I've only run a couple races in it. It's just I don't have the time to do it, but it really is fun, and I'm always, when I see people out there running project cars or running trucks on a road course, I'm like, hey, you guys should really check out the GTP mod over at FSB, because that's how road racing should be.
I was running 148s today with these, and that's 10 seconds faster than we were running last weekend on average, you and I, at Sebring. So that tells you how fast those cars are. We were driving Corvettes DP C7s, which are no slouch. They're so fun, and I provide setups and help. It's just, but it's it's fading. You know, it's reality. You know, the road racers in our league are totally involved in iRacing, and I don't think they're coming back to that. But we're still trying to recruit. We haven't given up on it yet, and
So
a
there you
couple of
have
guys.
it. If you love road course racing, don't let the most unique mod ever made for NR 2003. Don't let it become extinct. Check out the GTP series on Sunday mornings over at FSB. 25 laps to go. ECT Diesel, your race leader, with spoiler and scar pushing.
Going to be interesting. Obviously, you know, you need to run it out, but you need to run it out with teammates. They're not on separate team channels, so anything they say to each other, I guess they can whisper back and forth, so they can try to do some team strategy as far as, you know, because you want to pit with buddies and leave with buddies. Any win at Talladega is not done by yourself.
Oh, and here we go. ECT Diesel and Spoiler move to the low line, giving the high line to BSR Scar.
I think they're going to try to pit early.
And here comes BSR Scar. He's about to lead his first lap of the night.
I think this is the strategy ploy for pitting early and
there's that ghost
coming out together.
There's that ghost flavored drunken cow jerky number 83 car BSR Scar. We talked about him earlier. WLS Graphics.
He's a ghost. Tastes like
the ghost is that is the spiciest one, man. If you like spicy stuff, definitely try that one.
Yeah, I'd be more
Milt,
like a meat flavor type stuff.
Milt, I think you would be interested in the beer bacon.
Yeah, definitely. I love beer, I love bacon, I love meat. You can't go wrong there.
Yeah, the beer bacon is definitely my favorite. I do like the ghost as well, though. I haven't tried the teriyaki yet, though.
I love teriyaki too. That's what I put on all my steaks. I'm a teriyaki, and I definitely love happy seasoning, definitely.
And then
we got some moves here. Not sure what Buckets is where he's going there, but and he gets back in line. I think he wants to try to get up front here and then hope these guys wreck when they pit. That would be a good strategy. Of course, he can also just stay out while the other cars pit and hope that somebody brings out the caution to get that lucky dog. Because there will be plenty of time left, because they're going to be looking at pitting here pretty soon. Oh, we got a car into the wall. It's the 93, and he keeps going. But that's a hard lick for the 93. That's not going to help him at all.
That's BSR AK Racer, who is currently a lap down.
Well, you know, you want to stay in this draft, and you're entitled to, but he ran out of room there.
And here we go. It looks like the front 10 cars are pretty much single file. You got to go back to.
And I think that puts Pockets back into the contention for the lucky dog, because that's what AKA Racer was fighting for. They know who's where and what, and what they're trying to do to get back on that lead lap.
Yeah, they actually do dual lucky dogs over here. Pockets right now would be the second car.
Okay.
That number 2, BSR RJ Rusty, the man who puts on the Polar Bear 500. He's the first car lap down, so Pockets and RJ would be the lucky dogs should we get a caution.
We got pit stops.
There goes Momo heading down pit road. He's from second place.
Pit, box.
Here we go. We're 3 wide. DJ, Chevy, and Pockets.
Got to go down with buddies. This could be the stop for the race right here, folks.
19 laps to go. If it's me, I'm going one more lap just to be safe.
And then you might, yeah, absolutely, because you're right on the edge of the fuel window. Do you want to even get more? You know, you got to get 2 tires because it takes the same amount of time to get 2 tires as it does fuel. So
I feel like the 54 car Momo pitting there with 20 to go. I think he's going to be short.
I think that could be a mistake. Yep.
See, Wings and RJ head down pit road now.
Boy, he came in hard. Thing is, you can go across that line over 55, but you better get to that first timing line. Stay on the brakes. You lift the brakes, and then they nail you.
And here we go now. Pockets has actually gotten in front of our race leader, so he is now on the tail end of the lead lap.
Tires for BSR Wings, and off they go. RJ Rusty, 2 tires.
And here we go. Pockets heads down pit road, as well as Joba, Scar, DJ. That whole lead pack heads down pit road.
Oh,
and Joba off in the grass.
Joba off. That could be a penalty there. He did make the commitment cone, so maybe not. That should be no harm, no foul.
We'll see who wins the race off of pit road out of this.
But he definitely lost some time there. I like the DJ Champs looking here. You got to come in nice and easy. Got that pole position stall, which is huge. That's why you want the pole here at Talladega. 4 car gets by him. And so does the boss man.
And here we go. It looks like BSR DJ Champ is going to be the first leader off of pit road.
And for
I think Quack is.
Quack's
a lap down, yeah.
Yeah, he pitted earlier.
So we're gonna
Great stop.
We're gonna look for DJ Champ to take over the race lead. We'll see what happens once everybody gets up to speed here. We see Magoo and Killa and them coming from the back. They're already up to speed.
That's the scary part is you got these guys up to speed and your guys you pitted with got a gap on them. When you pit so good like the 91 did, they could jump you. All bets got to be off now. This is race win time.
DJ trying to hold on to that draft from Quack and Pockets so he doesn't get railroaded.
Yeah, that's going to help.
But Chevy Chase leading a 3-car pack right behind him with Brain Fade and Joba. Even though Joba, that spin through the grass, still came out in P4. Looks like we have 4 3-car packs trying to chase down DJ Champ. And that was our 3rd round of green flag pit stops. Everybody's good to the end here, so these guys don't have to pit again. So if these guys can't catch DJ, they're going to have to catch a caution. Oh no, and Joba blows up. Joba has blown up. It looks like he is going to get on the apron. Trying to get on the apron.
That's going to bring the caution out.
No caution. Joba slides it down into the infield grass. Crazy end.
All over the track, and NASCAR is definitely
crazy end of the race for Joba there.
Wow, oh, that's horrible. You know, these guys probably turned up the wicker on these last stops and put a little piece of tape on that bad boy.
And here we go. Chevy Chase and Brain Fade have caught DJ now, trying to work the inside, but DJ's got Quack and Pockets on the high line.
Man, I can't believe the caution didn't come out with all that oil all over the track there.
15 laps to go.
NASCAR, I think they took a little, I think Pockets paid them to turn the other way. They gave them an offer they can't refuse.
Well, Pockets could have used the caution there.
Yeah, well, that's true though. So, 'cause he got deep pockets, that's why he's Pockets.
Here we go. 15 laps to go. We've got 6 cars in this lead pack. Not counting those 2 that are on the tail end of the lead lap. DJ Champ is your race leader, followed by Chevy, Brain Fade, Momo, ECT Diesel, and ECT Spoiler.
I've been in this position, being a lap down, but having a great car and trying to fight. Etiquette is that you can work with your teammates and help them, and then maybe the last few laps, if it's not going to work out, you probably want to get out of the way and let them settle it. But up until that point, you have every right, in my opinion, to fight. You don't just lay down and let them go by. You're racing out there, racing too, but once it gets to a few laps to go, I would probably get out the way, and let them settle it.
Here we go. We'll see what happens as we quickly close in on 10 to go.
Gotta think, if these guys putting tape on and they've done this and they play mind games with each other and they're all in the channel there talking trash, so Nova might have out-psyched himself out, or sometimes the game is just fickle, Guys are so good at making those adjustments on the fly and executing pit stops at the same time. Got to figure all these guys slapped a little bit on there.
Yeah, with Joba blowing up there one lap after the green flag pit stops, we saw him spin through the grass, so we have to wonder if he just plugged the grill of that car up with grass and it overheated.
Okay, yeah, definitely. So we got BSR, ECT, and BSR. So, and you're definitely, ECT is outnumbered here. What are they going to do? Are they going to try to size up eventually? Right now they're all working the same line, just bringing it down, but now you start to see maybe ECT starting to look at that bottom line here. I think Diesel is trying to show the way there, and now he's got his teammate in the 41 with him. They're kind of laying back a little, trying to get that run. But they might need to stay up on that high line till they get to the high line and then go down. Talladega TR, if you got numbers on the high line, the low line is not going to work for you.
And here we go. It's going to be 10 to go at the line.
You got to be shaking now. You got to go here. You got to do something. I think they're waiting for somebody in that line to pull out, and here you go.
I think I just saw Pockets throw his water bottle out the window. He's trying to get a caution.
Is that a vodka bottle? Water bottle. Gotta figure these guys aren't going to want to just sit and ride and watch the 91 win this thing going away. They got to go down. There they go. Get in that line. Get in that draft.
Here we go.
They're
Chevy. Chevy and Brain Fade trying to go high, or perhaps just get some air on the nose.
Absolutely. If they put more tape on it, they got to start to be worrying about how much life they got left. As you in 2003 fans know, if we get to 4 to go and we have a caution, it will be official. So really, you're almost racing to that point.
Absolutely. In real life, you could be sitting in second place with 3 to go, and think you're good. But in sim racing, if you're sitting in second place with 3 to go and the caution comes out, you just lost the race.
Yep, I think you got to go now. These guys, somebody's got to pull out, and these BSR guys are doing that. They want to win this race as a team, and I think they've made their decision. But who knows? Maybe we want to see a show at the end here. We want to see somebody pull out and get it done here. So let's see what happens. They're begging for it. The 54 can't decide what he wants to do here. They need to get together and get that draft going together, but it's still 5 against 3. Very difficult.
Coming to 7 to go at the line.
How about that BSR DJ champ? Can he go from pole to winner, chicken dinner? Let's see.
They over here at BSR, they say there is nobody better at open setup super speedway racing than BSR DJ Champ.
Well, we are seeing that. That's Secretariat next to a bunch of studs. Secretariat is just let him run, and is running. Now we start the 54 starting to take a look here.
These guys are actually quickly closing in on a 3-car pack, so this could
That's
get
going to
really,
make it interesting.
things could get really dicey here with some lappers.
That's what we want to see. It's Nobody else has got to go down with them, though. Got to make it for down. And it's just not happening. Every lap, Diesel is going down there going, come on, man, come on. They're saying negative.
It's going to be 5 to go at the line. That means you got about 1 more lap to fight it out before a flag could end it.
And you got to figure him out. Momo wants to win this race. He's not going to win it there in 5th.
No, Momo keeps looking low. He just doesn't have the help from behind now. They've kind of dropped back. 5 laps to go.
Got to get in line together and work and get right up on each other's bumper. These guys are really kind of leaving a lot of space between each other, except for the leaders. Buckets is sucked in there. He's going to work with his team there. So, and he's just an asset to them now. And they're drafting the way that these other guys should be drafting, right up on each other's butts right here.
And here we go, 4 to go at the line. Next flag will end this race.
Easy for me to say sitting in the booth here drinking beer, but...
And they have caught 4 more lappers with 4 laps to go, so this might shake some things up.
Come on, go, go! Oh, the 54 gets the apron, Momo.
So now it's a 10-car pack instead of 6.
Gotta get out there and risk it.
Excuse me, 12-car pack now. Axel Foley in the 066, he's going high. He doesn't want any part of this.
Yeah, good job. That's what you gotta do. Great sportsmanship.
But the rest of the cars, they're too wide in front of the lead pack. Now they go low.
It's just too late for those guys in the back now. They're almost like they've given up. So here it is for the win.
3 laps to go. DJ Champ is now boxed in.
Calm down.
second place is Chevy Chase right behind him, and then Brain Fade in third. Chevy could have dropped down there in front of Nelly and tried to make the move right there.
On my team, it's the 2 lap to go rule. Once there's 2 laps to go, all bets are off. We're all here to race and win. We try to help each other. And now it's different in Talladega.
And here we go. Here comes Chevy.
Here we go.
Chevy and Brain Fade looking low.
Come on.
2 to go. Will Nelly go with him, or will he help his teammate
They get
DJ
a run.
Champ?
They're going to take the lead. Great move there as the 4 and the 38 seem to have kind of lost a little momentum, but now they're coming back.
Here we go. Looks like everybody's going to go with the low line. DJ Champ is boxed in up there.
These guys are good. They weren't going to disappoint. You're telling me, Mel, shut up. We know what we're doing.
Well, Mel, that 096 BSR Chevy Chase, he's a fellow Californian.
Yes, sir.
He's in San Diego trying to win this race.
Come on.
White flag. He is side by side with DJ Champ for the lead.
That was almost a dead heat right there at the line. And we know Talladega's got the line way down on the tri-oval here. Side by side, neck and neck. Everybody's trying to get in this and help now. Once you get behind, you can help draft and push whatever line you want and help your teammates.
And here we go. DJ throws the block.
Goes down low. That's a great move.
DJ throws the block on Chevy. Here comes Brain Fade looking on the inside, and DJ's going to bring this one home.
That is a great move right there.
That's
a
four wide across the line.
And there's contact at the line. Woo! That was the show we were looking for right there. What the presence of mind for DJ to see that and make that move. He didn't panic when he lost the lead for half a lap there, and he gets the victory.
So there you have it. 94 laps at Talladega, 29 drivers, and we only had 1 caution. DJ Champ starts on the pole, brings home the victory.
Buckets in the drivers' meeting tonight said, "Oh, what we want to do is put on a great show," and that's exactly what they did. Very proud as both leagues of what the show they put on and a great finish to that race.
BSR Chevy Chase and BSR Brain Fade round out the podium. Let's see if we let's try to get our podium finishers in here.
And they're pouring champagne all over their heads right now. This is a big-time victory.
And we are joined now in the booth by our podium finishers. First off, let's start with our race winner, pole sitter. You know, he's won almost every pole that I've done a broadcast over here at BSR. DJ Champ, congratulations on your race win tonight.
Thank you.
We've got to ask. You know, me, I like super speedway racing. You always win the pole. Now you're winning the races. Are there any tips you can give me?
Tape it up, run 75 tape. That's what I did all night.
How was the car overall tonight?
It was good overall. My car likes the high lane, so as you notice, I try to stay up high most of the time, but if I need to run low, I can.
We saw you were tucked right up behind Quack and Pockets there on that last 18 laps. Were you overheating at all?
Oh, no. The light would come on every so often, and I'd back off on the throttle, but I was just going to use those two cars because I was just going to follow them, and I think the high lane was the way to go.
DJ, this is Milt, man. When they took the lead from you there, you didn't panic and waited until you got that draft, and then you went down and defended low, clean, and that was the race-winning move right there. Along with your great pit stops, the the package, pole and victory. That was as good a race as I've ever seen in my 14 years of sim racing, definitely.
I didn't make any pit mistakes. Usually when a lot of green flag stops, somebody will bump you or this or that. But I had good stops all night.
And second place finisher, BSR Chevy Chase. He's out there in California like Milt is. Congrats on the second place run tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I had that, man. My push got timed it a little bit wrong coming out of or going into 3, and I lost my push, and DJ was able to get by me. But just like him, I was running 75 tape, but I didn't put it on till the last pit stop.
Well, I kept expecting it to go, but you guys know what you're doing, and you did it just at the right time and made that move. It just just like you said, that line just kind of petered out right at the wrong time. But you had, like you're saying, when you saw the door of the 91 and you got by him, you started thinking, yeah.
Yeah, then I'm looking for somebody else to drag onto their draft, but it was too little, too late.
And third place, BSR Brain Fade in that beer bacon car, trying to give Chevy a push to the win there. Brain Fade, congrats on your third place finish tonight.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I was trying to push Chevy. I owed him one for last night because I spun him. Yeah, I just kind of mistimed the move a little bit and had to back off or spin him again, so I didn't want to do that. But yeah, it was a good race. Made my pit stops, stayed with the lead pack, worked my way from next to last.
Yeah.
Really good run.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That was a fantastic run from the back, being patient, expecting the big one to happen, and it didn't happen, but then you gain track position with executing great pit stops. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Now, Brain Fade, can I ask how much tape you were running there on that final run?
I figured I was still going to be drafting close, so I just left it at 70. I didn't want to blow it up.
Okay. So
and we did see a blow up there. Really thought the caution was going to come out. But NASCAR didn't feel the same way, so that was definitely to y'all's advantage for sure.
Now, since you guys put on such a great race tonight, and only had one caution, we didn't really get to talk to anybody during the race. So I've got BSR Scar in the booth here now, WLS Graphics. We wanted to talk to you during the race, didn't get a chance to. No problem. We got to see a bunch of green flag pit stops. Scar, we saw you up there tonight leading a lot of this race. Anything you want to say about the race tonight?
Man, it was an awesome race. I mean, I had a blast. We had a little trouble right there at the end. Me and Texan and Magoo, all three of us slid through our pit stalls, had to back up, and lost that pack, and just couldn't ever get caught back up. Had the fuel to make it, just a little short, but it was a great race, man. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, with this great competition, these pro drivers, one caution, and all the execution on pit road, just that one little mistake, that's it. That's all it takes.
That's all it takes, Milt. You know how it is. I mean, these guys, you got to be on your game, man.
And another person we had hoped to talk to tonight, didn't get the cautions, didn't get a chance to. BSR Magoo, at the beginning, during happy hour, we did a 3-wide salute with you leading the way. We wanted to give you a chance to say a few words tonight, if you don't mind.
Oh, thank you, Mark. Man, it was just an awesome race. I want to thank everybody that came out. These people at ECT come out to help us support and celebrate our 300th race. I want to appreciate all the guys going 3x3 on that observation lap for my passing of my father. That was really special to me. Really want to thank Pockets for squeezing all this in. This was a crazy idea he came up with a long time ago.
40 cars in the field, but they have a caution every 7 laps.
And Mark, you do a fine job over there at Pony Express Broadcasting. We thank you. A special shout out to our sponsors, Mark Heyman at Drunken Cow Jerky and at the Polar Bear Medicine Chest. All my team that races here every night, man, it's just been a big support. I couldn't be surrounded by more friends. It's a pleasure to be out here running tonight.
And then last but not least, we're joined in the booth by the guy responsible for 300 Saturday night team races, BSR Pockets.
I think tonight it may be last and least.
Oh boy, you needed that caution, man. You needed
Did you see me fighting for it, didn't you, Milty?
Yes, sir. Yes,
you
sir.
see me fighting. I wasn't gonna give up. Never give up, baby.
I saw
Never
you.
give
I
up.
saw you throwing your dirty dishes out the window.
I sure was.
I thought it was
threw
a vodka
everything.
bottle, man.
Well, I felt like that was a great race. You had that hiccup there in the beginning, and you'll have those every once in a while. But, man, 90-something laps, one caution, that you can't ask for a better race than that. That's fantastic.
Very
proud of everybody.
Yeah, you should be very proud. Professional sim racing at its best on display tonight, and what a great show.
Yeah, once we got the pace laps down.
Yeah, there was a couple computer problems, I think, that added to that. And then that happened, steering wheel problems, and definitely wasn't from lack of skill, because we saw the skill on display for sure.
Yeah, how many green flag pit stops were there? That's pretty.
At least three rounds. 3 rounds of green flag pit stops.
3 rounds, and all of them going in and getting out, and people having the regular problems they have. Hey, I want to thank Pony Express Broadcast Network, Heyman's Drunken Cow Jerky. Visit drunkencowjerky.com for the finest craft-made whiskey and beer-soaked beef jerky on the planet. The Medicine Chest up there in White Bear Lake, Minnesota. All the members of BSR, I want to give a special shout out to our friends at ECT. We've been working good together with them. We're getting a lot of support from them. We really appreciate the cooperation between the two leagues. Just like back in the old days, things are turning around where everything's looking good. Everybody's benefiting from the cooperation. Race LM servers. I want to give a special shout out to my buddy Scar. WLS Graphics does all our graphics works, not only for Bomb Squad Racing, but for Drunken Cow Jerky. Fantastic job, Scar, man. I couldn't be more proud. BSR Beezer couldn't be with us tonight, but he was here in spirit. Thank him for all his work he does behind the scenes with the voiceovers and stuff. Anytime we call on him, he's just an absolute professional at that stuff. Well, I'm telling you, I'm scared I'm going to forget somebody. All the admins, all the people that behind the scenes that, there's a lot of people that do a lot of volunteer work to make this happen and happen for a long, long time. That's how you get to 300 races. It's everybody. It's not just one person. It's not me. It's everybody. It's the daily racer that comes out here that races when he can. It's the people behind the scenes, and Pony Express Broadcast Network, the #1 broadcast network in NASCAR racing 2003. I could not be more proud to be associated with Mark, Milty. Great addition coming on board with Rob Nisus. Guys, I can't think of anything else. I'm glad we made it to 300, and we're gonna keep this going. And we'll see y'all on the next milestone. We'll be sure to have Pony Express along with us and giving everybody out there a view of what we love to do in our pastime. I can't thank y'all all enough. Thank you very much.
Well said. Thanks, Mark. Thanks, guys.
Well said, Pocket. So now there's nothing left for the rest of us to say.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right, I appreciate it. Obviously, thanks to Milt for coming on board. Pockets, thank to everybody else. I would like to thank all the veterans out there. I would like to thank Brian and Kathy Voiles at Voiles Trucking. I would like to thank Hello Sunshine Hello for being a part of the BSR sponsorship showcase this year.
Rhoda.
And BSR Tyler couldn't be here tonight. Yeah, obviously his better half is Hello Sunshine Hello.
What's up, PW?
Pizza night.
But anyways, on behalf of Pony Express Broadcast Network, this has been a celebration of 30 seasons and 300 races on the Saturday night team series at Bomb Squad Racing, live from Talladega. Congrats to BSR DJ Champ for winning the race, Chevy Chase, Brain Fade on their podiums. Condolences to Magoo on the passing of his father 2 years ago. And great race by everybody, and we'll see you again tomorrow night. Larry
Good
Yeager
job,
Dirt,
DJ.
BSR
Good
Hot
job,
Rod
guys. Good
Dirt
job,
Series
DJ.
tomorrow night.
Thank you, guys.
Yep. Good job, DJ. Chevy.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.